Okay, welcome back to Penumbra Overture. When we left off, we were in this strange room. And this is looking like some sort of puzzle to me. I don't know about you, but what do these do? Okay. Something about moving the boxes. Now, why do I want to do that? Is it to get up to that vent up there? I don't know, maybe. Does the crane reach that far? Let's check it out. Other way, sir. Other way. Okay. So here's the plan. We move this guy over here. And then that'll drop down. Yes. And then... I don't know. Can I climb? Can I jump on this? Yeah. Okay. And then, who knows what's in here? Hopefully something useful. Try going this way. Oh, this is past the steam. Okay. Gasoline. I feel certain that this key and gasoline tank is what Red was referring to. There's a good chance. So how do I get back? Can I block the steam with the pallet? No, that killed me. I don't know. Can I just stack this up and... climb back up? I guess that's what I'm supposed to do. Come back through the vent. Fall down the hole. Okay. Okay, so I can leave out of this door. That's right. We broke the boards here. That is correct. Storage. We went straight to excavation, right? Oh, dang. I wish I had a map. So, yeah, I believe I went straight to the excavation. I don't know if there's ever anything in those big yellow containers. Oh. Okay, where are we going? Tool shed. Let's check out the tool shed. Oh, God. Dang. Where am I going? Oh, frick. No. I'm gonna die. Oh, there's two of them. Oh, not good. Not good. Is it this? Tool shed's this way. Auxiliary shaft. Tool shed. Where is this thing? This it? Tool shed? Big old guy right here. That's fine. Saw. Oh geez, what's that for? Sharp enough to saw through wood. Is there wood I need to saw through somewhere? Xeno report 66B, phase 9, anno 9002. What is this? Leader. Unlike the other findings, 66B appears to be of manufactured rather than natural origin, and so warrants additional interest and, need I say, security. The elevated cast, what the heck is that about? This is some weird stuff right here. Xeno report. Okay, wait, what's the saw for? I don't know what the saw is for. What the heck is the broom for? God dang, I don't know. What is going on? Auxiliary shaft. Oh no. Oh no. Go away, please. Go away. Where is he? No. Yeah, get out of here. We don't need you. Is this the... Okay, this is the auxiliary shaft. The door's barricaded. Ooh. Saw. Yes. Nice. Oh. I hope he didn't see me. What's this? Dogs. Attention. What am I supposed to be attentioned to? Okay. Oh, dang. I forgot you could lean. Where am I? Oh. Is there anything over here? Probably not. I'm probably just meant to go straight to the shaft. There's no way this works right. Oh my goodness. A note? Secondary excavation site B. Today marks the first phase of excavation site team B's new assignment, which I will be overseeing. Oh, I need to hide while I'm reading this. Discoveries will be of great importance to the organization. Work has been slow. Oh, I need to not look at him. I'm probably safe in saying that I sometimes catch myself wishing I had never received this assignment at all, and was still stationed at the main facility. We discovered a tunnel system today running through the roof of the cave, which caused a minor rock slide, but no serious injuries were sustained. In a fraction of that time, I have achieved Team B's first major breakthrough in the discovery of previously unknown Substance 63, and the research team has been assigned tasks in record time. Furthermore, I have conducted an investigation into the noises reported by workers in this area of the mine in the interest of morale. On nights that I spend here, there do indeed appear to be strange, human-like cries coming from somewhere deep in the rocks, but there is bound to be some explanation. I'm sure there is. Following the discovery of Sub-63, my team has had a second triumph in the unearthing of Artifact 66B. The cast has seen fit to bring in a Xeno team in order to further extract the true nature of the artifact. I applaud their foresight in this decision, and would only note that if been given the chance, my chemistry team would have performed at least as well in this task. In additional notes, I have completed my analysis of the wailing and chattering sounds reported by those spending large amounts of time in this locale, and concluded that it is a symptom of dehydration. Lack of water has caused very mild hallucinations, which, combined with quite natural seismic activity, can sound a little like human voices. A thorough medical examination of the afflicted workers has been recommended, but in the interest of continuing work at maximum capacity, I have instead ordered increased water supplies and implemented an obligatory 3-minute water break once every 5 hours. 3-minute water break every 5 hours. The officer in charge of the Xeno team is increasingly becoming an obstacle to my own team's research. He insists on overseeing perfectly routine tasks when, given the defection of his second-in-command yesterday, I would suggest his time is better spent taking control of his own responsibilities. Phase 18. In a most disheartening turn, the chief Xeno officer has not returned from his brave exploration of the tunnel system. In the days since the chief Xeno officer's foolhardily trespassing into the tunnel system, which now appears to make up the domain for various aggressive local fauna, said creatures have become increasingly hostile, venturing into the excavation site on more than one occasion. This is something which I will be keeping a close eye on. Phase 50. This will be the final entry into the log for excavation site B. Events have forced us to curtail our work. We have taken more than one casualty to the organisms living above this cave system, leaving us no choice but to carry what equipment and documentation we can, abandoning all else. Their attacks have developed a discernible pattern, and we are due another in only a few minutes, so I must hurry. It's ironic. The noises that have been reported since initiation of this project are still present, except that now they sound more like laughing. Oh man. This area must be the access point to reach further into the mine. Now that's quite a machine. It doesn't come any more industrial size than that. Those teeth at the front look pretty sharp. The whole thing just looks mean. I see. Fuel. The lid on the gas can is rusted shut. Can I saw the lid off? No. Can I dynamite the lid off? Nope. Well, that's inconvenient. From out the door rises something vast, something terrible. It strikes a man, knocking him down, and those standing by him wither into the darkness. Screaming beggings? Still Father looks on. Is he bringing this? Father, what have you done? I suppose I can trust these things a bit more. I'm not dead yet. Still, they must have a purpose. What could it be? Don't know. I doubt that Transformers passed a rigorous safety check. Yeah, I'm not sure on that one. What am I supposed to do with this? From its size, I'd say it's a power cable. Wow, no kidding. Can I plug it in? This goes into here. Oh, power's on, but something else is on the cards. Really, do tell. Mining machine needs the key. Well, I got one right here. Even if the key is not too keen to ignite. What do you want me to do? Saw it. Just saw the lid off. I don't know what you want from me. Oh, the broom is a weapon? What, really? You use the hammer on it? Okay.
You seek to find the truth behind all this mystery and think it will set you free. But truth is relative, and relatives cannot be trusted to bring good gifts. What you seek lies in the shafts beyond this collapsing of the sky, and if you look closely, so do I. A century of days has passed since I saw this area last. The disease ones sought to kill poor Red, but I took them on a wild poultry chase. They ended dead. They came from out the big metal door, but after all my years, I knew the cave's door. Hide and seek turned to seek and hide, and I buried them here beneath the solid rock sky.
Whatever you say, boss. Okay, we're through. It seems so strange now to have been guided like a blind man by a faceless stranger whose sanity was clearly waning. Disposition unknown. For all I knew, this Red didn't even have a disposition to speak of, just a seething mass of conflicting emotions. I knew that my radio-reliant friend must have been cocooned nearby, and perhaps in finding him, I would find myself one step closer to understanding what was going on. In just a couple of hours, I would find what I was looking for, and with it would come answers I didn't realize at the time, but the answers I found would be for questions I hadn't even asked. What's going on in here? Oh. Okay then. Yeah, it was pretty big, wasn't it? Doors sealed tight. I guess this is my only option. Oh no. There's spiders in here. Anything in here? really. Made it.
With my remaining ear to the ground, I hear your trembling Tootsies padding towards their final destination. Things come to those that wait, whether they want them or not, and soon I think your wait will be over. The great metal door in reality is calling you, just as the Reaper beckons me forward. I look forward to finally greeting you. I only hope I need not greet the Reaper man first.
Section C. Tool storage. Let's go over here and see what's up. Section C. Another keypad. Screwdriver. Shaft 12, Refinery, Shaft 13. Shaft 12. Course. It will never open again. Not with that attitude. Where am I? Okay, I guess I'll try the refinery next. Okay, at least we can actually go in here.
Ah, only the engraving etched in the back of my mind can compare to the sight you must be seeing. Now power has returned. I wish I could be there with you, but circumstances do not allow for such frivolities. Maybe soon there is something you can do about that. But tell me, are there upper belted conveyances now churning in the rock room? I think I know where they lead. It is some kind of heaven or utopia.
Spare motor. Do I need that? Maybe. Okay. Did it fall out of here?
We are now such good and lasting friends. I have gifted you with my love. Perhaps you could gift me with something. After all, the laws of politeness would be shattered if you were to appear at my party without a gift. Poor Red is so hungry. He could eat both the horse and the young rippling stable hand. Sadly, pony flesh is so hard to come by in these parts, and man meat is just so bland. If your eyes happened upon a scurrying rodent, would you deliver the crunchy feast by way of a final meal?
Final meal. Guess I have to bring the motor down here. Okay, I do remember this puzzle being a pain in the ass, if you can even call it a puzzle. I don't know. I'm not even really sure what I'm looking for here. Okay, I don't know. I made it through though. Was this the door that was blocked? Oh, this is shaft 12. Okay. Well, what's going on in shaft 12? Probably not gonna do the job. What the hell? So I need something to break the chain here. Saw's probably not gonna be able to do it. Let's see. No. Pickaxe might. Doesn't seem like it though. Probably just gonna have to come back later. I still have to take a look at shaft 13. Anyone know where that is though? Maybe I could use them. For what? I don't know what you would use that for. Oh. Probably not good to get hits. Yeah, my health is not looking too good. Shaft 13. Okay. Well, that's nice. Would I have to block that off? I don't know. That's probably not gonna do the job. Blank note. Oh. Well, it won't let me roll this huge rock over. I have not once used a flare. Should I try it? Oh, I figured you'd be able to throw it. Oh, this is what I'm supposed to use? Okay. February 1972. How long is this? I read this note in the knowledge that it may well serve as my last will and testament. Myself and 3 other miners have been trapped beneath the main shaft to the surface for what we believe to be 3 days, but with no daylight and increasing dehydration, it's impossible to tell. The only thing keeping us alive is the hope that there could be a rescue team already on the way. We were all so positive in the start, but that seems long ago now. Renton was the first to crack, sometime during the first night. We all just lay there, trying to sleep through the sound of his wailing and sobbing, trying to pretend his problems weren't our own, and that he was weak for having given up so soon. The fact was, he was dealing with the situation pretty realistically. Our chance of survival gets smaller every hour. Since then, he hasn't said much, but the despair that gripped him seems to have spread through the rest of us like a cancer. We were such fools to ignore the foreman, and he paid for that with his life. When he started putting security code locks on all the doors, we thought he was crazy. There's only us down here after all, so why would we need codes to access places we're all allowed to go to? He gave us all code sheets, made us swear to keep them safe. Huh. Mine hasn't left my locker more than once. It's still there. But doesn't get much safer than that. We asked him who we were keeping them safe from, but he never said. It was a pain in the arse, is what it was. I had to trek all the way to go to that crazy biologist's office in the mining room this morning, just to check the code for Section C. But he obviously knew something about these mines we didn't. Some of the guys started acting weird. Not crazy weird, just not normal. That didn't stop a couple of them being carted off to mainland Europe for psychiatric help. It was no one I knew well until the incident 3 days ago. We were in chemical storage when one of the guys, who had seemed pretty straight, just started shouting. It wasn't a normal kind of shouting. I'm not any kind of wordsmith, so I just don't know how to describe the noises he was making. We'll just have to stick with not normal. Anyway, he managed to hurt a couple of guys, damaged some equipment before we got him under control. Nothing serious. When we released him, he seemed okay. Phased, but alright. Didn't really know where he was. Faraway look in his eyes. That look. I'll remember that for the rest of my days, even if there aren't any more of them. His pupils weren't dilated. They just seemed to take up more space than should be possible. Black and horrible. Then he snapped and grabbed up one of the high-rated explosive packs. We knew what he intended, saw it in those eyes. Those that could made a run for it, but the guy was already bearing down on the foreman. He didn't have a chance. There were 5 of us who made it out to the exit shaft. Only 4 survived the explosion. The elevator shaft collapsed in on us, and now it's anyone's guess how many are still trapped down there. The last thing I saw was those eyes. It seemed like they were staring at me, and me alone. Miles Staton. So this page has a code on it, right?
Unless my friends lie somewhere near you now. A friend in need is a friend indeed. But a friend instead is a poor conversationalist. May they rest in pieces, ruptured, decomposing pieces.
Well, what am I supposed to do with this? Oh my god, I didn't see this before. I went back to the tool shed because I didn't know what else to do. Bolt cutters. That way I should be able to cut the chains, I'm guessing. Oh my god, here we go. Ew. A smaller species of that worm. Yucky. Copenhagen Post, Friday 25th, December 1970. So a man went missing and was presumed dead. A cohort, a man with no name. It is he who opens the gateway to hell, a grin on his face. He is terrible indeed. He watches the men writhe and turn. Still, father looks on, something vital in his hand. Something vital, huh? Seismologists on placement from the mainland reported yesterday that a small area of tundra, about 100 square meters, collapsed in a cavity beneath the surface of the snow. The land was uninhabited. The area in question is part of the northwestern mountain range, and the collapse was only noticed due to its coinciding with the arrival of an annual seismic survey team. Experts have suggested that natural cavities in the Earth's crust as the cause of the collapse, although due to its vicinity to an old system of mines from the 1970s, they have not ruled out the possibility of some kind of delayed explosion or other seismic activity. The probability that the mine is to blame for this event, however, is low, since it is very unlikely that activity on the scale observed could occur without some kind of human interference below the surface. And Dixon. Old newspaper. Wonder what you use that for. Locked from the outside, but I think the key's still in the lock. What? I gotta push the key out? Oh, with the screwdriver. Ah. So I think, so there's two people writing in this journal. I can finally record what's been happening down here for, I suppose, about a year now. It must be near the end of 2001 by now. I've been down here 2 days now. Was meaning to record events every day, but I was too busy securing the area. I've used some supplies from the old mining system to wall myself in here. It seems as safe a place as any, so this thing should at least stay put for a little while. To that end, seems I've had a pretty lucky stumbling here. All this old research is about something similar to what's been hunting me ever since I escaped the shelter 4 days ago. Don't get me wrong, after what they did to me back there, I'd rather be facing anything else. And after almost a year of fighting for our lives, we didn't really stand a chance anyway. I don't know how many left inside, but this is good. These notes might have some way to fight the things, the rock worms that followed me here. I don't know how they knew I was coming or how they managed to follow me in the dark, but maybe I can work that out now. I found some old newspaper clippings. I guess they're referring to this mine. I had no idea it was so old, so big. I can see now why they built the facility here in the first place. A lot of history buried down here. It worries me though. We've been resting all our hopes of rescue on one of the scientists who escaped right near the start of it all. He got out almost as the chaos began, so we figured he might have made it out and brought help. But maybe me and him are due the same fate. I must record what's been going on, give the world the answers it needs so it doesn't fall prey to what's been released down here. But first I need to worry about myself, find a way out of here, and figure out how to kill these worm things. So the professor says the worms have a sense of taste, smell, and touch. He's wrong. They have no sense of smell. Today I attempted to distract them with a concoction I found lying around, but to no avail. However, it does seem that they detect movement via vibrations, which would explain how they can see in the dark. Damn, there is almost no way to escape them down here. I'm on their territory now. Lifespan is 3 days and counting. I can still hear them outside the wall. As an extra precaution, I've locked myself in the smaller study area connected to the main lab room. If they get through that wall, I doubt this door will stop them, but it's better than nothing. Barely. It's the 5th day today, and I swear they have begun to surround my location. I can't tell whether or not they have breached the wall I built, but I'm certain they've entered whatever area surrounds this room. The future looks increasingly bleak. I intended to record here the events of the past year, in the hope that perhaps what occurred could be contained or driven away. Now I realize I could write all I wanted. No one will ever make it down here to read it. So why write this now? Good question. I have no answer. All I do know is I'd rather take my own life than die at the jaws of those hideous monsters. I have tied a noose. Those monsters may feed on my corpse, but they won't take my life. Yikes.
While you hunt for those delicate, melt-in-your-mouth mousy morsels, there are places you should not go, for fear of death. The Reaper lives here, just like you and I. And just like you and I, he must
What the
ingest
hell?
the living flesh of those less fortunate than him. There is a small place that I do not want you to visit, even on your holidays, because it is dark and evil place that I've been. When the darkness has overwhelmed my small decaying mind, some bad things flowed from my mind and through my pen. The brilliant blue ink itself seemed to turn to blood into my grasp. And by the way, should you turn peckish, red is at its finest sautéed with a little engine oil.
I left the blood. His deep head is lying. Lonely, alone. Death is no fun. You don't say. I guess I can't go in there. Can I read the code on the paper in here? The note reads storage password 1371. Uh-huh. So now I go back to Sector C. Sector C test labs and whatever facility. Kind of reservoir. Oh, more doggies. Where am I? Oh. Oh, so that was section B where I came from. Lake Utukau. Where should I go first?
Really, the hunger is becoming rather uncomfortable here. How far away are you? You cannot be far. I am held captive by a wall of stone in the northeast of the mine. As in any drama, there are many roles to be played. You must act the scientist in mixing potions, act the renegade in plots of destruction. On your travels for the tools with which you will fashion my rescue, you may discover the place of my last meal. Be careful. The shiny, solid floor of water is not as solid as it seems. Poor Red was almost swallowed whole. The two foolsy men who plummeted into my domain have long since departed, though not I expect from whence they came. I ate ravenously of biped meat that day, but Red promises feasting only began when the man became pungent, when the stench of life had gone, and only the sweet aroma of decay remained.
Okay. Come here, doggy. Oh. No, don't do that. Oh, shit. That's not good. Lake. Okay. Just an old flare and some painkillers. Last will and testament of Joe Freeman. Final thoughts, October 10th, 2000. I, Joe Freeman, would like to leave all my personal belongings to my sister, May, in the knowledge that she will distribute them wisely. We always used to say, better to die young than to never live at all. I guess we're going to get our wish. I know enough about survival to realize I won't be surviving much longer. John O., my buddy. I just don't know. My left leg is broken in 3 places, and I suspect I may also have shattered my pelvic bone. 3 hours ago, after we'd set up camp, John O. set off to find some usable timber for the fire. When he got back, he was very excited. I couldn't work out what it was that had got him so agitated, but I went along with it all the same. I should have recognized the signs. Soon after, he got worse. He jumped me when I turned away, burying my face in the snow, trying to suffocate me. I still don't know what he found in the ice to enrage him so. Lucky for me, the ground gave way and we both fell. I landed hard on ice and desperately clawed my way onto more solid ground. I was running on adrenaline, didn't notice the pain. I just knew that if I was going to die, I didn't want it to be frozen in the frozen water beneath me. When you fall into a frozen lake, you don't just drown or freeze to death. Your whole body seizes up from the cold. Every instinct tells you to swim for the side, but your body won't let you. You gradually dip under the surface, your last breath expelled when you fell. But you don't drown there and then. Your body shuts everything down, survives on what strength you have left. You can last for an hour just floating there, slowly dying. So now I'm lying here, my soaked Gore-Tex slowly freezing me in place. Me on one side of the lake, John O trapped on the other. I'm worried about him. From what I can see from this side, his arm is dislocated, his shoulder blade fractured, and his wrist broken. I can't hear anything he yells, but he looks to be constantly muttering to himself, testing the ice with a crowbar from his pack. I don't know how he can stand the pain, or where his strength is coming from, but at any rate, something strange happened to him. Fortunately for me, he can't cross the ice. It'll give way under his weight. The only way to cross it would be to carefully spread your weight evenly across the surface, and he looks in too much of a rush for that. There's a lot of drugs in my system right now. I have another bottle of painkillers. There's enough to finish the job. I always said I'd rather die pushing the boundaries than drift away in my sleep. I guess I didn't mean that after all. I'd rather gently slip away than die cold or bleeding. Okay. A disused shed. It looks solid, but not much is as it seems down here. Won't catch me tracking across that. Yeah, we'll see. Oh. Yeah, you can kind of see where the split is. Where it's going to crack. Oh no. Okay. Messed that up. I don't have the strength to pull the crowbar out of his frozen hand. Oh, I guess I should heal. Pickaxe it. Saw? Oh, okay. Crowbar. Probably handy if you're trekking through the tundra. There's a name scratched into the metal. Freeman. Gordon Freeman. Oh, there's fishes down there. Okay, well, I don't know what the crowbar is used for yet. We're gonna have to find that out. I'm guessing that's probably the only thing that's down here. So next, I guess I'll go to the chemical storage. Why is there two? So there's two section B doors. Wonder why that is. How'd that miss? No, don't call for it. No. No. Chemical storage. It's locked. one isn't locked. Okay. Oh, man. Yes. Oh. Oh. What am I supposed to do with that? What?
My brain can barely imagine the feats of action man-like heroics you must be performing to save old Red. I am waiting so close now for you to blow down the walls of my earthbound prison cell and release me from this mortal coil.
There we go. I turned up my DPI on my mouse super high to get this to work. There we go. Chemical labeled D. Magnesium, calcium, barium, chloride, phosphorus, sodium. Do not forget, badly administered dopamine clouds frequently everything. Surely that isn't a puzzle hint. BADCFE. BA. B. Am I mixing these together in here? Or. Okay, I'm gonna guess that there's somewhere else I'm supposed to put the chemicals together. Okay, I'm really curious about this other section B door. I guess I can only go to the incinerator then.
are you, my shiny knight? Have you really made it this far? I wait, and yet the pot never boils. I remain trapped in my den of iniquity. Perhaps the gods have toyed with me once more. Sentenced me to yet more years in this place of eternal nightlight. But now, maybe my ill advice has ended you. Have you rung death's doorbell? Please don't leave poor Ren all alone once more, like all the others.
Alright. What the heck is up with this? Oh, that was I almost fell off there. Huh. This room should serve me well as a potion mixer. With the explosives book. Really? The one from 72 years ago? A fuse. A glass container. Okay, so obviously I have to do something here to mix the chemicals together. BADCFE. Is that the order I add them? Right, I need a gas supply. Well, here's the gas supply. And I put the beaker on it, so put it in. I'll have to light the burner. There we go. B. A. What are you talking about? Is this not the order you add the mixtures together? Phosphorus and barium. I put the fuse in, light the fuse, probably don't stand right next to it. I need something to lever it open.
Good evening. You actually came. There is much that should leave my throat box now, but words elude me. You came, you are so pretty, but I have been bad. The underworld already beckons me, so I suppose one further misdemeanor will change little. It is false pretension, and not guiding light with which I have led you here. I cannot give you the answers you want. You may wish to find what it is you seek, but that is a fiction. You cannot know what it is you sought through the vast leaden doorway, or else you would seek anything else in the world. No, the key stays with me, in here, so the life that has led me, horrible as it may be, is better still than the life that waits for you, hungry behind those doors. As replacements go, you shall be admirably abnormal. But you must wonder why this metal burning chamber is talking to you in the voice you knew only as red. For it is I, your companion, residing within. You see, I have waited for this day so many years. They won't let me die. They have parts of my head are not my own, and I cannot take my life. It is against the rules. Please, the pain has gone on for so long. All I wanted was a friend, but now the time for chit-chats and marshmallows by the fire is ended, and I hope that soon so shall my life. I have knocked on the death's door for so long. Please, let him invite me in for tea.
He wants me to kill him, huh? Probably nothing I can do, right? I have to do this. At least I'm pretty sure you have to. Red, I'm so sorry. Whatever happened to you down here, it's over now. Ashes, all that remains of my only friend down here. Red's key. Was he trying to keep something hidden, or was he really trying to protect me? Man, he really wanted to die, didn't he? My dearest friend, how are you? I am as well as can be expected. I have some sad news, though. A few days ago, there was some kind of collapse, and some of the ceiling of the cave fell in on me. What scares me is that I was in an off-limits part of the mine. They may not look for me here, but if they do, and they find me, I'll be in so much trouble. But I don't think I'll have to worry about that, because I'm not sure I'll be getting out of here. I don't mind so much. I've been working in the mine for about 3 weeks now, and I'm really proud that I can send money home. But it's been pretty tough work, and so far, you're the only person that's really been nice to me. Plus, I have some nice company down here, with some friendly kind of creepy crawlies, and some books I brought from home that I was taking to the rec room. If you think about it, I was really quite lucky I had all this stuff with me, otherwise I'd be bored stiff. As it is, I have Shakespeare, Bront, Nietzsche. It's Nietzsche, right? Perfect bedtime reading. Although, I suppose I might be trapped here long enough that I have to read them twice. I always used to ask my mom how long people survive without food and things. I read how some people can survive underwater for over 5 minutes, and some people last in the desert for weeks. But she always said you had 3 minutes of air, 3 days of water, etc. I suppose I'll probably find out soon enough. I guess if I had to, I could find food around the place. Like I said, there's all sorts of creatures here, but they're better off as my friends than my lunch. I wonder whether I shall starve to death or go cave crazy first. Neither sounds too much fun, I guess, but if I had to choose, I'd say I'd want to go mad. It sounds like an adventure. Tom Redwood, proper mine worker, December 1970. Age 14. Okay. Reams of books. Where did Red scavenge all these from? There's everything from survival manuals to the collected works of Shakespeare and Kant's Ethics. If this was how he spent his time, no wonder he spoke so strangely. He must have led a lifetime of misunderstanding. The chains on his arms are visible now. Not there out of choice, Father looks on aghast. He clutches some notes, shaking hands. He knows. He knows what has come, what the man has released. The only one who could stop it. Howard knows the real fear. Rationed slugs. An electrical panel. Maybe running the door. Maybe. As I stepped into the mouth of the underground facility, there should have been questions, fears, doubts running through me. Instead, I was torn in two. Part of me, I felt, had died, along with my only ally and friend. His final words had raised more questions than they'd answered, and I couldn't get his screams for help out of my head, despite knowing deep down that the pain I had caused Red was, itself, all the help I could have offered. I was alone again, but I had nothing to do other than press on into the unknown. If I'd felt so bad about Red, I should have listened to him and stayed where I was. I would trade his fate 100 times for my own. The other side of me was looking forward to what might await me in my continued journey. I felt sure that I would soon find some clue or other to my father's fate, and that he was inextricably linked to everything that was happening. I also couldn't help but suspect that everything I had seen up until that point was just symptomatic of whatever lay beyond the threshold. I know now I was right. Welcome to the shelter, established 1973. Elevated cast for Blah, blah, blah. Total population 57. Key members. Okay. There probably isn't still anyone down here, I'm sure. To be continued. So that was Penumbra Overture. Pretty short game. And pretty unique among frictional games that you can actually fight the monsters. The dogs. Are they monsters? Probably, but they're really like the only enemy throughout the game. This game serves more of like a prologue to Penumbra Black Plague. But it's still an enjoyable experience for sure. Alright, so that concludes the Penumbra Overture playthrough, of course. Next up, we'll be playing Black Plague. That game is longer and better than this game, in my opinion. Definitely looking forward to that. Well, thanks for watching. If you feel like subscribing and liking the video, that'd be much appreciated. And stay tuned for the rest of Penumbra.